Good morning, tubers. It's a beautiful day today. There's my little buddy and Daisy. Yeah, they out here keeping a watch, make sure I don't do anything illegal or immoral or unconstitutional or uncalled for or anything like that. I'm going to be doing something different today, and this has to do with Robert. This is Robert's power chair. And Robert has a flat tire. Well, not as flat as I thought it would be. That tire, here's the story on this tire. I plugged it, and then I wrapped it in some sealing tape because the plug was so small I couldn't get it to hold. No, I'm not saying that right. The hole was big, the patch was big, and the tube was small. So I was having trouble getting enough tube to put the patch on. So I wrapped it in some of that tape, you know, that tape that you peel off, you wrap it around plumbing pipes to stop them from leaking. Well, I wrapped it in that, and then I stuck it in there, and then I tried to just fill it up as much as I could with that green goop. And right now, it's still good. It's still holding air. So I was about to put these tubes. I ordered a couple of tubes for it because it's funny. Robert took this tire to 2 different tire stores, and they told him that they couldn't fix it. And then he went online and looked it up and ordered a new wheel and tire, and what they sent them was not a match for this tire, because this tire, the way it's made with a see, it's got a little pin that has to go in here, and this drives off a drive motor, and what they sent him was a couple of coaster wheels. So I said, well, why in the world didn't one of them tire places just patch that tube? So I said, let's order you a couple of tubes. So we did. These are heavy duty tubes for that size tire. I was going to throw one of them in there, but you know, I did this Sunday, and it still seems like it would be good enough to drive a wheelchair on. In fact, it seems like it'd be just about right. So it may be that some of that patchwork I did, I was checking it with one of those little tire gauges, and it looked like the pressure was coming down, but it could be that some of the pressure was from air inside of the tire and outside of the tube, and that might be why I was getting that kind of pressure reading. I'm gonna I don't know how much pressure is right for that tire, but I'm gonna get my little tool here if I can find it, air pressure tool, and get my other thing, and if that works, then I won't change that tire. I'll just leave that as it is. But another thing he wants me to do is he wants me to make a Santa Claus sleigh that will fit to his wheelchair, because for Christmas he wants to dress up as Santa Claus and ride into the scene in his sled, which is going to mean me figuring out how to fabricate some plywood that I can attach to the sides of that thing. So that's going to be a little bit of a job too. So let's see how we go. There are some interesting things that'll be going to keep me busy this week. There used to be a guy named Bud who was a steel-working artist. Steel, not still, S-T-E-E-L. So he made art out of metal. We worked in copper and steel and all kinds of stuff. And he died. Good friend of mine. I liked him a lot. But he died, and so his wife would like me to get all the stuff in his shop out and get rid of it. So that feels pretty good. Now that's holding with that little squirt I just put in there. About 22 pounds of pressure. I don't see anything on here that says how much pressure to put in it. Some of this might be written in Chinese. I might want to maybe I'll go down there and put it in that bucket of soap. I got a bucket of car wash soap down here. I can put that in. That'll show me if there's any bubbles coming out of it. Whee! What a beautiful day. What a lovely world. Thank you, Lord. You're mighty good to us, poor folks. Mighty good. I don't see any bubbles coming out of it. I think it might be all right to put that on the chair. Well, if it's leaking, it ain't no bubbles coming out. So I think I'm gonna put it on the chair, and we'll check it as I'm working on the sled part. And if it still holds air, we'll call it good. What I'm gonna do is I've got these leftover pieces of Luan. I'm going to carve a Christmas sled out of these and paint it and hang these on the sides of the wheelchair. And I'm going to have to get the wheelchair. What I'm going to do is back the hot rods out and get the wheelchair in here and just figure out a way to hang those on the side of it. And once I do that, I can take the chair back to him, and then I can go ahead and carve out the sled and paint it and do all that stuff. Let's go see if we can get this wheel on that wheelchair, and then we'll take it from there. So the other thing I was mentioning is I got a friend who died and left a shop full of metalworking tools, and his wife wants them gone. And they've got a basement, and the only way to get in and out of it is to go through the woods, and there's not really a road to get back there to it, and some of those metalworking tools are some kind of heavy. So I'm thinking about taking my golf cart over there with the small trailer and driving it down through the woods and throwing stuff on the small trailer and then hauling it back up to the top of the hill where the driveway is, and then putting it on the big trailer. And then I'm gonna have to sell all that stuff, so I'm gonna have to figure out what it all is. And he was the guy that kept all his tools in boxes, like his, you know how you buy a new drill and it'll come with a box? Well, he was organized enough to put his tools back in the box, which makes it a lot easier for me to figure out what he's got and to price it, so when I run it, I can figure out what to ask for it. So I'm gonna be busy with that for a week or two. But I got my hot rod pretty much caught up. I got that interior work done. I've got a little bit more stuff I want to do inside of it. And I do have a car show coming up Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. So this other stuff will give me something to keep me busy till then. And in the meantime, let's take a look at this chair and see what it's going to take to fix that. See, that wheel goes right here. And the pin is in here. I hear you, but I don't see you. Thought I heard Honey Babe say something.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right. Love you. All right, I'm gonna go down to the garage, take out the rat rod, back this into the garage, take it out, see if I can figure out how to operate it. I don't even know how to operate it. Buddy, do you want to ride with me in the golf cart? You want to come up? Yeah, come on up. That's my buddy right there. Yeah, that's my buddy. We ride together. Yeah, right? Right, yeah. We ride together. Me and you. You and me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy doody. So, go down there and move the cars out. Jump now. It's a good place for you.